What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Boo Boo Project. Today we have a very talented music coming on. He is out of Timmins, Ontario, Canada. I want you guys to give it up for Lemmy Alvah.
Yep. What's going down?
Not much, just doing my thing here.
There you go, buddy. It's a good way to do it.
We had a good backstage conversation there. So how have you been?
Dude, I've been chilling. Got this that punk EP. I got that coming out on, I believe, the 22nd, if I got my dates right. July 22nd. I don't know when this is going up.
5 days after this comes out.
Okay. There we go.
1 day after this comes out. 1 day after this comes out. You have a new project out for you guys, a new EP. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, dude. So basically realized early on in the production of the project, because I actually brought on a stand-up comedy friend of mine called Odie Main. And when we had started off, I'd kind of told him, like, yeah, I want to do a project with you, whatever. And it kind of just stalled a little bit because he had a lot of shit going on the first time I had brought it up to him. So fast forward to me coming back from tour last summer. Did a couple, stand-up dates since then. And I think it was maybe my second or third show back. It may have been the second. We had basically decided, you know what, fuck it. We're just gonna go in the studio and we're gonna make this project. I had written some songs out, and in writing those songs, I had kind of realized, like, yeah, the California punk scene is not only a massive, influence, but it's also very important in the grand scheme of, what independent musicians do today.
Yeah.
If you look at what Black Flag did in the 70s, the 80s, sorry, nobody else that was independent was really touring the way that they were and hitting it as hard as they were. So that California punk scene, maybe modern musicians may not know about it, or they may just not want to admit it because they may not like that, that kind of music, or whatever the fucking reason is.
But
a lot of us don't realize how important that was, for what we're doing today. That was the very early onset of what we call the modern blueprint for touring independently. You know what I mean?
So the first groups to call the venues state to state and
exactly.
And
pretty much the same way I did it, except I did it through emails and Facebook Messenger. But very much so, yeah. That was where I got my blueprint from. And I mean, yeah, you also have bands like Suicidal Tendencies, which I have the cassette right over here. Another one of my personal favorite California punk bands, thrash punk crossover. Very important for genre blending, musicians. You know what I mean? They were kind of the first people to do that. Me mixing hip hop and punk as well as thrash metal elements. That's a very fucking weed in my mouth. That's a very important band. You know what I mean? So I kind of realized, like, okay, this is like California punk scene is very important to the modern musician, whether they want to admit or realize it, as I mentioned earlier, whatever way you want to put it. Everyone kind of has their own different, level of knowledge on the shit, and a certain level of ignorance with things as well in today's grand scheme of things. But that's besides the point. So we said, fuck it, we're making a Cali punk record. We're gonna make some shit that sounds like fucking No Effects, and we're gonna make some shit that sounds a little bit like Suicidal Tendencies. We're gonna have a little bit of influence from like Agent Orange and the surf punk shit. So within the songwriting process, I was going in that direction once I had made the realization, and kind of, in hindsight, looking back on the tour, I was like, oh yeah, no, like Black Flag, all this Cali shit, super important to what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like, definitely a staple in a way of how I do things. So
yes, very much. I mean, I hear it, like, even in some of your other music, I hear it, and great music. I love that music. I listen to it myself. I grew up on it with my older brother, you know.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
A lot of punk rock and heavy metal and things. I mean, even in a few songs, you know, you can almost like hear kind of like, you know, some of the words I use, they're not typical like hip hop words or things you might hear in like other genres versus that, you know, and a lot of the
Yeah, I
even
haven't heard too many hip hop artists rap about PMA, positive mental attitude, the
yeah.
whole bad brain shtick. You don't really hear that too much. So I'm kind of these days I'm trying to like find ways to incorporate little things like Easter eggs. So maybe the average person won't catch it, but someone like you who's grown up in the scene, you'll be like, wait, did he just fucking pull a Bad Brains reference out of his ass on a 16-bar verse? What the fuck is this guy?
Exactly.
Who the fuck is this kid? What is he doing? So I just kind of want to find ways where I'm like not in the same pocket as everyone else and I could kind of have my own identity, which I feel like is kind of lacking in a lot of scenes.
Yes, it's definitely lacking. And the elements you add are, I don't really know how to describe it, but I like it, you know?
Yeah.
It's like one of those, like, you do your own thing. You have definitely created a sound that is like, you hear it, you know that's Lemmy Alva.
Yeah. No, for sure. And a lot of that is just blending things, but trying to not act like somebody else or be like somebody else or, imposter syndrome. I mean, shit, dude, as an artist, you're probably well aware it's a constant fucking battle to not try to be like I'm gonna be like and look like fucking Jimi Hendrix. Like it's 2026 and kids still are gonna know that you're ripping off Hendrix and they're gonna think it's lame because they don't listen to that. But they know who it is, but they don't give a fuck. Like that's not, you know.
Exactly.
So it's you could do it. Like there's a band called the Buzz Lovers that I'm really into. That's a Nirvana tribute band. I'd love to catch them live. They fucking sound not it's not obviously Nirvana exactly, but it's close enough that, if I were to like drop some fucking mushrooms or something before going to the gig, I'd have a pretty good goddamn time, I think personally. It'd be the closest I could get to catching Nirvana on like one of their early tours because the Buzz Lovers is still a pretty underground band. I think they're from Argentina or somewhere in South America, if I remember correct. Yeah, I know it's South America.
Yeah, I mean that's the closest in our lives that we could ever get to Nirvana, you know, with me being 23, you being 22, you know, or
Mm-hmm.
almost we still like we sadly just barely missed the mark for that.
Right. I will say I had I had kind of did a little bit of math or whatever and ran some numbers and I had figured out that I think it's like only 0.003 or 0.03% of the world's population was able to attend the Oasis reunion, which is a fucking pretty gnarly street cred. That's like me saying I caught Nirvana in 93.
Damn. That is crazy.
Yeah. At night, probably on it. Yeah. I guarantee you it's in the long term, it's probably changed the scope of probably even my music going forward. We'll talk about that, in a little bit. But yeah, fucking kind of shitty that we didn't get to see that. But Buzz Lovers, like I said, definitely like the closest that we'll get. You eat some fucking mushrooms and you can't even tell the difference, or you just eat a really good edible. You pop like a little 50 or 100 milligrams. You know what I mean? Get real fucking sauced up. Yeah, it's a good time. Even just watching the videos on Facebook. I mean, I know we're supposed to be talking about my project right now, but I got to give credit where it's due. I don't really give a fuck. Those guys, I like those guys. I keep harassing them in their comments, not it's extensively, but here and there, I'll leave a comment. Come to Canada, bro. Like, come on, dog. I can't fucking go to South America. I don't have South America money, motherfucker. Come on up.
You guys are Canada money. He doesn't have South America money. Come on.
Yeah, we could figure something out. I'll send you over to Norman, the guy who does the local festival, see if we can cut you a nice check. Come on now. I doubt that would work, but that'd be sick.
That would definitely be awesome.
I just want to see him come up here. I don't give a fuck who books him. But I'm at a point where I might book him. All right, what's your fucking price? Like, you know what I mean? If you can come up here, what's your price?
Like, how much do I have to pay you?
Yeah,
To
because at
come
this
from one
rate,
continent to another.
yeah, I feel like that'd be a lot of money. That's like,
Don't word it like that.
yeah. Well, you know what? That's gonna be post graffiti game ventures, which I'd like to get into after this project. But to circle back to the punk EP, yeah, it comes out July 22nd, which probably in like 6 hours from when you're seeing this, midnight, whatever night this comes out on. If it comes out on the 21st, you'll have it.
I thought you said the 20. Oh, you said the 22nd?
Yeah, this comes out on the 21st, I think, right?
24th.
The 4th?
The 25th. So, guys, it's already out.
Yeah, it's already out. We're fucking super high already. I don't know what else to tell you. We fucked up. Yeah, hold on. Let me either way, I got to put my phone on silent, but I want to make sure I actually have my date right. You know how it is. You upload some shit to DistroKid or whatever you use, and they say, well, send it to us 8 weeks before it goes up so we could process it. You're like, all right, cool. And then 8 weeks goes by and you forgot your fucking song was even coming out.
Mine, I've been able to get things out within like 2 weeks, 4 weeks.
Oh, really? That's what the fuck do you use?
I'm using a sound on it.
I'm on DistroKid. That's probably my problem.
This one, you don't even really have to like fully pay unless you're getting like Instagram and Facebook sounds. That's like $3 a month.
Okay, yeah. See, distro, all my shit's included. I even like this project is going up on Snapchat.
Everything else free, like other than that.
So I'm just confused. I don't know if it's a DistroKid thing or if it's a Snapchat thing, but I had put out this project called it's on fucking Spotify. There's 2 of them. It's like basically I was 17 or 18 or some shit, and I was like, I like vinyl and cassettes. I like how back in the day you had to flip side A to side B, and then half the time when you put on side B, that's where all the good shit is. You know what I mean? So I was like, fuck it. We put out 2 EPs, right? And they're going to be out within like a week or 2 of each other. Or within like a couple days. One of them is side A, the other one is side B. I put all of the fucking like the songs where I'm like, this is like radio kind of grunge music. Like it's just more like lead single kind of vibe. You know what I mean? More like, so I put those on side A, and then all my experimental shit went on side B, which I had a lot of fun doing the experimental shit. That was my first time I did a self-produced thing, and I put that out. And because I wrote all the music originally, and you know what I mean, like I fully own the rights to it. It's not like pre-used YouTube shit. I had it on Snapchat because I own the motherfucker. So now I could post little Snapchats on my story with my motherfucking song on there and shit. And just free promotion the same way you could do with Instagram. So I was hyped. And then about a year or 2 after that, I can't find my shit anymore. It's gone. That's all I had on Snapchat because I don't own the fucking beats to anything else. I don't even own a fucking lease. I use free for profit beats where nothing is involved. You're like, just give me a credit. I fucking give you 10 credits if I want. I'll give you 20 of them. Give me all your nicknames. Give me all your nicknames, your online names. Fuck it. Give me your gamer tags. We'll credit the fuck out of you. Everyone's going to know who it is.
I definitely have some punk rock stuff I've made that I'll have to send you.
Oh, I'm super down.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. So, yeah, with this EP as well, like going back to the Oasis thing, I had fucking seen them and I was like, you know what? Like, I just seen this band, and the whole time I was thinking about it, and I was like, this is like probably like what Woodstock must have kind of felt like in a way, or like seeing the Beatles in fucking 68. You know, like when they first hit the scene, like that hippie movement, that's what it must have felt like. Because, you know, you go to like a punk show and shit kind of gets political because punk is mostly politics, even though people say, I hate when I hear that shit. There's not supposed to be politics in punk. And I'm like, well, what the fuck do you think they were talking about in Anarchy in the UK? Politics. Like, come on, dog.
Yeah.
It's been there from the start. It's not something that's not supposed to be there, but it's one of the many subjects within the genre. And if you're not listening to some extremist fucking dickhead, kind of a decent way to get educated. The same way, if you want to learn about history, you flip on like some Iron Maiden, and now you're learning about like the fucking Civil War and shit. You know what I mean? Like, you learn cool shit through music sometimes. Is all I'm trying to say. Right. And sometimes you could kind of get a little bit more political knowledge through the shit because they tell it to you in your language. Because your brain's wired fucked up like mine.
A lot of music is actually what made me like, really interested in history and stuff like that. Because like, oh shit, like now I want to read about this stuff.
Yeah, you learn about the song and what it was written on. You're like, dude.
And now you want to read about what it's about, and then you want to read more about other stuff. Now you're
you're in the rabbit hole at 2 a.m. You've gone through like 15 articles. You've gone through a couple of blogs and a couple of Reddit posts on the fucking side.
You're freaking reading Britannica.
Yeah, you got fucking 10 windows open.
Yeah.
You got 10 windows open on the fucking browser, and you're sitting there wondering where the moaning's coming from because you forgot to close the porn tab from fucking 20 minutes ago.
This guy.
Fuck, where's that moaning coming from? What tab is that? Nah, it's fucked up. But it's genuinely interesting. So going to see Oasis, what I was trying to get to was probably like seeing one of the hippie era bands, for me at least, is like the only equivalent I could really kind of put it up to. Because you go to, like I said earlier, you go to the punk show and it gets political, and now you're thinking about fucking Donald Trump or ICE or whatever, the school shooting or anything that these people are talking about. And your night out where you're trying to have a good time and just kind of kick it and, jump around, hang out with your friends. Now you're kind of leaving that experience in a different mindset than when you came in, because you came in wanting fun, and then this motherfucker brought up the shit that's been pissing you off all week, and now you're just frustrated because you feel like you can't get away from it. When I was at that show, there was nothing political. It was just good times. Songs about good times, songs about bad times.
That's why
everyone, it was like a big family reunion because none of us thought that this would ever happen. So the vibe was just like good energy, good fucking vibration. Like I said, dude, like it's the only thing I could really equate it to is that. So now I'm trying to find a way that I could do that with my music, because I can't lie, I've been realizing that the energy I've been putting out has not been the greatest in a sense. I don't know. You talk about like fucking burying bodies and killing cops like I did on Ashes and Anarchy, and that's the energy you're putting out. You know what I mean? Like, what's that? How's that affecting people? Once you fucking consume certain media, it affects you. You know what I mean? And once you hear certain things, it makes you think differently. You know what I mean? Like it's very real. Like the vibrational frequency that you get out of music definitely impacts your mood and how you think. So now that I have that knowledge, it's like, do I really want to affect people in that way? Or would I rather be like the artist that like we might do some turn up ass fucking music, but you're not going to be angry thinking about nothing. You're just going to feel the release. You know what I mean? It's not going to trigger some shit. It's going to alleviate it. So this punk EP has kind of been a lot of that. Like instead of singing about, yeah, there's still a bit of politics in it, like, but there's the forget exactly what tune it was because I wrote these songs so fucking long ago. We wrote this shit, dude. I wrote these songs when I came back from tour. So that was from like September, October, November is when like the songs were written and the lyrics were getting done. But I digress. One of the songs I'm talking about how, you know what I mean, the government will kind of try to divide you and turn you against maybe your friends or your family. But if you don't pay attention to that shit, and if you live for yourself, and if you know what I mean, think for yourself, well, then it kind of makes things a lot easier. You know what I mean? So I'm taking a different approach where yeah, it's still anti fuck shit from the government, but it's not making you think about what's currently going on. It makes it a bit more timeless, and it kind of just reminds you that like, hey, yeah, this shit's going on, but you could still be positive. Like this is a fucking Cali punk EP with a lot of Rastafari themes amongst the lyrics.
That's a good thing, if you ask me.
Because
I
that's
mean, you want
yeah,
to put positive energy on the world, and I mean, I'm glad you want to do that as well. Because I mean, yeah, what mindset are you? Do you put people in? Is like the music they listen to a lot of the time too.
yeah. Like, dude, you listen to King Von for a week straight, and now you want to fucking start jugging motherfuckers, and you know what I mean? Whatever the term
Yeah,
is, you want to start trapping fucking bricks out the basement and all this dumb shit. It's like, what the fuck am I listening to this for? I'm not a gang member. Like, I'm a fucking
yeah,
white. Like, I don't come from O Block. I don't really relate to this. I'm just trying to real hard, and I'm like trying to find situations in life to where I'm like, I could be like fucking King Von. It's like, that's stupid. That's not you, fool.
exactly.
Yeah, I'm really fucking high.
I
That
mean, like,
joint fucking did me, bro.
yeah, music definitely affects mindset. So I mean, like, with a lot of your other songs, like, do you have ones that like came from like real life inspiration and things, and
A
even
lot
on
of them, yeah. A lot, and it's crazy too because I might go through like some very minor situation, like some fucking random talking phase with some chick, and it just kind of like goes how talking phases go. That shit don't fucking last. You talk for like 2 weeks, and you're like, I don't really like this fucking person. I'm out of here. So you know, you got a couple talking phases with some women, and then that kind of about 2, 3 of them in, you're like, man, fuck these. I fuck these talking stages. I can't stand this shit. And you dramatize a couple of them events a little bit, like they do in the movies, and all of a sudden, you got like 2, 3 songs. You know what I mean? It's there's I
yeah,
don't know. I just that's my process. Simplified is like I'll have like 2, 3 little minor things, and then I'll be like, all right, let's amplify this. And like if this was in a movie, obviously real life is pretty mundane. But how do they make mundane things look in the movies to have it be exciting? I'm a fucking movie guy when I have time. If I have like 2 weeks where I'm like I don't have shit on the schedule, it's like well during that 2 weeks I'm fucking catching up. I'm watching some movies, or I'm going back and I'm watching Taxi Driver for the fucking 55th time. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
57th, whatever the fuck.
Those randomly go back watch like Goodfellas for the 100th time.
Yeah, Casino's a fucking great one. Like, there's a lot of I really like Martin Scorsese movies. He's kind of the king of making like a everyday mundane task look fucking. You're like, damn,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, he really has it down. He's got a good formula. So I kind of try to Martin Scorsese it up with my lyrics, if that makes sense.
yeah, I get what you mean.
I don't know, it just makes it easier. Or I'll see an article. Like I don't know, you got to think like the first shit that I really fell in love with when I was like 12 years old was grunge, and I had a deep love for Sublime very early on. I just found them and I was like, this is my fucking band. I love it. It's like
Sublime
perfect
is
stoner
amazing.
rock. Dude,
Yeah,
it's perfect stoner rock. And at 12, I knew in like 2 years from now, I'm probably going to be high as a fucking kite. And I was not very far off with that prediction.
at 12, I was already high as a kite.
Yeah, that's what, yeah, no, because that's, yeah, at 12, I was like, oh, I'll probably be smoking at like 14, 15. And then 6 months later, my buddy's like, I just stole some weed from my dad. You want to go to the nature trail and smoke? And my parents didn't even think it was weed. They thought that I was sneaking out to the trail to go smoke cigarettes because that's what they used to do to hide it from their parents. So they're like, ah, fuck, now he's smoking cigarettes, but we can't tell him. You know what I mean? Like, how do we go about this? And yeah, one day I caught them smoking weed, and I was like, "Yeah, you remember when I used to go fucking the nature trail, and you thought it was cigarettes, and I used to argue with you that it wasn't?" My mom goes, "Yeah." I was like, "Yeah, because they weren't cigarettes; it was weed." So I was technically not lying. That was like my that you know what I mean. It's a half truth is what that is.
Yeah,
Yeah, you get real good at those when you're a sneaky child. You
you're
just
telling the
want to
truth
rebel.
without saying
I'm
all
not
the
smoking
facts.
cigarettes, but you better believe I'm smoking some fucking herb.
Damn right.
Yeah, I can't remember how old I was when I caught them smoking weed, but that was pretty much when my parents were like, "All right, like we know that you do this, and now you know that we do this, so just call it a truce." You know what I mean? Just call it a truce. So I don't know. I feel like it's not uncommon for people my age to have that experience because it was funny. Like in high school, all of us kind of had that moment with our parents. I mean, shit. By the time we were in high school, it was legalized. Mind you, when I was 12 years old and I started smoking pot, it was fucking illegal. I got to see the tail end of marijuana prohibition. It was fucking beautiful. I can confirm that the secret ingredient was the crime.
I was 9 years old when marijuana prohibition stopped. Or started, not being a thing in certain states, because it started
Yeah,
in 2012 and it just kind of trickled on, and it still is.
Canada's so relaxed. Like I remember when we got caught smoking in a park by some cops. Like there's a place called the Boat Launch.
Yeah.
Oh wait, what the fuck is that? Could I share my screen? Oh, I might be able to show you the Boat Launch. This is fucking great. If I could do this and I could hold on. Wait a minute. Let's try something here, right? Anyways, I'm gonna keep on going here, but yeah, there was Timmins Boat Launch. That was like the spot for a couple summers, right? Where we would all of us we'd pull up on fucking bikes, scooters, skateboards, whatever we had, we'd pull up right in that motherfucker, and we would have our ass a time. It's just like summer break, you got nothing to do, so you're just kind of mobbing around. That's one of like the little plaza spots that we would stop and just do bong rips and hit the vape pen, drink some water, hang out by the water. It was a good fucking time. Oh shit, I could share the screen. Hold on. It's easiest with two monitors. Well, you better believe I have two monitors, son. Fuck. Hold on. My apologies. Let's try this again here. I want to yeah, so one day we're sitting there smoking, having our ass a time, and this lady was just being like an all-out Karen. It was amazing. And throwing a fucking shit fit. Honestly, it was kind of gnarly. Ended up calling the cops on us. She's like, "You guys are fucking making all this noise and you're doing drugs and you're drinking," and like made a scene. Which, by the way, was like that's like part of the generation right now that also complains that kids don't play outside. But whenever they see kids playing outside, they just get mad. And I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, that's exactly what I told her. I was like, "You seem like the kind of lady that complains that kids don't play outside. Right now, you're complaining that we're playing outside." And I just walked away. I was like, "You're a fucking idiot. You're bad." So here, let me bring this up so we could at least kind of you could also get some visual as to what this fucking town looks like. Maps. See, this is what happens when we don't have like a young Jamie from Joe Rogan. Jamie, pull that up. Right here. This was where it was.
Yeah, I like how you said that right as I pulled it up.
Yeah. So right here, we were all like, some of us like, usually we'd be sitting on the benches over here because you get the nice breeze from the lake down here, right? So you're just chilling in the shade. You got a nice breeze. But this day here was like on and off rain when that lady had called the cops. So we're sitting here chilling. She's bitching. I'm talking a little bit of shit back. I'm just cracking jokes. Like I said, I was like, "You seem like you complain about kids not playing outside on Facebook. Now you're fucking complaining that kids are outside." She didn't like that very much. "Fuck you, you fucking little bastard," and all this dumb shit. Ends up calling the cops. They pull up. We got our bongs out. We're fucking like, "Oh shit, hide the bong, hide the bong." And the cops just walking up laughing, like, "Look at these fucking kids. We already saw the bong when we drove by to pull into the parking lot." You know what I mean? Like, come on. They come up and they're like, "Listen, we don't know what that call was about. Apparently, it was like a public disturbance." She goes, "What you guys are doing right now is pretty normal. Like, you're just hanging out." She goes, like, "Be honest. Like, was any of you guys like yelling at her or harassing her in any kind of way? Is there any laws being broken? Obviously not." And then she's like, "All right, well, you know what? I don't really care that you guys are smoking weed." As long as you're not selling or doing hard drugs, I could care less. She's like, if anything, this is better for you than drinking at your age. So just smoke all the weed you want. I'm out of here. I was like, what the fuck just happened? So if you want to know how lenient it kind of is
So
up here,
what?
yeah, what the fuck is that experience where she's like, yeah, no, this is actually better for you than alcohol. Just
After
smoke all the
freaking
weed.
out and being whatever.
Yeah, no, yeah. Lady was freaking out because we're doing bong rips, calls the cops. The cop comes up. She's like, I don't really give a fuck. As long as you guys aren't doing or selling hard drugs, just smoke your weed and have a good summer. See you later. And just left. I was like, what the fuck? That's how lenient it is over here. It's actually insane.
I wish I was allowed there, but like I don't think they'd let me up there.
Dude, it's kind of bad because you go up to a cop and you're like, when'd you have your first beer? And they'll just look at you. They'll be like, I'm probably not supposed to say this, but like 16. Mind you, the legal drinking age is 19. So it's already lower than anywhere else. But yeah, a lot of people like start early because it's just easy as fuck to get it.
It's like
Super accessible and it's part of the culture, bro. We drink beer and have fucking fires. I guess that's just Canada. Is how we do it. Tailgate parties, beers.
it's a lot like America, honestly.
In a way, yeah, but we have our own way of doing things. At least that's what we think. And then you have friends in America and you learn that you're not all that different.
No, we're really not. It's crazy.
We live on the same fucking island. A lot of people forget that just because there's an invisible barrier that some guy said you can't cross doesn't mean that land ain't connected. We're on the same fucking island.
Yeah. My people are from this island. I should be able to cross that barrier whenever I want.
Right. No, it should. It would probably fuck up the crime rates real bad and things would get real gnarly. But I'm a firm believer in if it's on the same continent, it should be pretty easy to either migrate or go. Like it shouldn't be that much of a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be fully open. There should be some regulation.
Oh,
but at the same time, is there any regulation from one criminal in one province or state moves to another state, gets an alias? There's no background check there.
No, it's stupid.
Yeah. And it's all on the same island. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm not saying heroin should be legalized, but I'm saying that maybe these borders should be like a little bit, if you're just a regular dude and you don't have like any kind of crazy shit on your record, like, okay, you got a DUI one time, fuck it, whatever. As long as you don't do it again, you learn your lesson. That's all right. You probably don't.
No, he got drunk and fought the police.
Yeah, like, okay, maybe then, maybe like, okay, for 5 years, you can't go to America.
They woke me up, man.
Yeah, for 5 years you can't go places.
They woke me up by grabbing me, man.
Put some regulation on it, but fuck, I don't think it should be as gnarly as it is. Like I said, we're on the same fucking island.
Look, I can't even I want to be able to travel and perform music. It's like, oh, I have very minimal options worldwide, like 10 countries, maybe.
And then Canada, here's the other thing. When you come up here and you do a gig, they tax that money.
Okay, prove I did.
Tax that money.
What I probably won't even be getting paid when I go up there for a gig, though. It'll probably be a free gig. I'll probably be losing money.
Yeah, well, mind you, and I probably shouldn't be saying this over the air, but I think it'll be all right. We can cut it out. We can check the statute of limitations or if anything could be done. Whatever the fuck.
Wait.
Yeah, what's up?
Private chat. I don't know.
All right. Yeah, whatever. I'll just tell you off the air.
Yeah, you can say it.
Yeah, fuck it. We'll just do the research later and edit it out if it's that bad. Now, when I went over there, and mind you, it's not like, oh yeah, you made over like, $5,000, so you got to clear it. It's like I did a gig and we made like a little like $40 each or some bullshit, and we went and had Taco Bell. I didn't tell them when I crossed the border or when I came back. I didn't say shit about shows. I didn't say shit about tour. I said, I'm going to hang out with my friend that I play Xbox with. And they're like, oh, that's sick. Have a good time. And they let me right the fuck in. No problem. Which was also a half truth because I was going to hang out with my friend that I play Xbox with. So I wasn't lying. Fuck them.
Yeah, exactly.
But that $40, you can't tax me on it. Tax Taco Bell. They have it. Show
Text me.
money is always Taco Bell's money. That's my fucking philosophy. That's Taco Bell money all the time. So I don't know. I don't know if I should have said that over the air or not, but it's $40. I don't think Uncle Sam cares that much about a little $40.
No.
I don't know. Take a chance. Columbus did.
Yeah.
So, what you been up to, bro?
Not much. Just running the podcast, making music.
There you go. What you been working on music wise? You got a new album, couple singles. What's the?
We got something planning, hopefully, to come out again this summer. I know I dropped this spring. We're looking at this summer. I just dropped the music video I edited together.
You gotta keep pushing, man. I definitely I don't know. I think I just got like super fucking depressed after tour because I had such a great time, and then I came back such a gnarly winter. That seasonal depression hit like a fucking mule, and I just kind of went on like a short, I guess, hiatus while I was writing those songs. I wasn't really getting up to much, doing anything other than them fucking songs, and even then I was being pretty lazy about it. I had 2 jobs. The one job was just fucking draining me. Wasn't having a great time over there. So fast forward to now, I'm kind of seeing like, yeah, I kind of killed all my momentum being a little depressed fucking bastard and being a miserable prick for no reason. So we need to not do that anymore. We just need to keep working.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad that you came back because this is our second attempt at this.
Yeah.
Fun time.
I don't really give a fuck though. I don't do enough of these, and I had a great time last time, so I was down to run it for a second time. Yeah, this is not a problem for me at all. I honestly wish I could do more podcasts.
I can definitely hook you up. I got the hook up for a few more.
Okay, bet that. Yeah, I like this format of because it's not your traditional kind of interview. They're like it's a bit looser. It's not like you get fined fucking $50,000 if you cuss one time. Yeah, suck my dick. I'm not doing the show.
I don't want to. This is anyone. You say what you want. I mean, like,
well, there's limits, but like, yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, like, obviously, you start saying like certain things. I'm kicking you out of here.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm just gonna start bleeping everything you say at the end. I'm gonna put a clip at the end. I apologize for the horror.
I did not condone
the horrid things they said, and I do not condone anything said.
This turned from an interview to an expose on how much of a fucking racist this dude is. You know, like
that's what scares me because like sometimes like people don't show nothing on social media and they get on like that first podcast and they do something like that, and I'm like, oh shit, who did I just almost platform,
Yeah, you're like, that was a part of the Aryan Brotherhood, and I don't think I like that.
Yeah, like, oh no, let's just get rid of that guy.
Yeah.
So you want to play some of your music on air that you have out here?
Shit, dude. Yeah, you wanna put on the music video for Nervous System Shit Fit? Give people a bit of a taste while we're smoking up.
What do we got here?
So, fun fact with this music video, the skateboard footage, if I don't say anything, you're gonna think it's real skateboard footage, and I think that's some phony shit, and you should probably have a fucking warning. I probably should have put a warning somewhere, but I didn't. So that's on me. Skate footage is from Session Skate Sim. So shout out to Creature Studios for making a bomb-ass skate game while we were waiting for Skate 4, which inadvertently doesn't really feel like a skate game. So thanks for at least giving us something solid to fucking play.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, that's all skate footage from Session, and the reason why I did that is because the game, in my eyes, just looks and feels so fucking good. And if you get the footage right, it looks next to real life. Like it doesn't look far off at all. You know what I mean? So I was like, fuck it.
And which video was that? Nervous System or which?
Yeah, Nervous System Shit Fit, which is also the name of the project.
That's the name of the upcoming project here.
Yeah, 4 songs, and then if we do some kind of like physical deluxe edition with these like fucking hit clip things that I found on Instagram, um, I'll probably throw in like a couple extra songs, like got like a couple acoustic demos laying around of songs that didn't end up on the project. So just to kind of give you a little something extra with the physical version, you know what I mean? But I'll cross that fucking bridge when I get there.
Yep.
Row that boat when I'm in it.
That's what we're supposed to do, isn't it?
Yeah.
South, I'll take what's meant for me. Can't take what's mine, will not recall. Someone save the world, come and snap it to some shit fit. Unity's the mission with a vision as a goal. Can't trust the leaders of the system, but they always talk war, war, war. Then it's time to run and war, more. Cause you constantly want guns in the name of fun. But we should skate and destroy, which the government has seen and forgot. Don't stop. Can't take what's mine, will not recall. Can't take what's mine, will not recall.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's probably like one of my favorite music videos that I've edited. I love the ones where it's, you know, travel, I guess related. Like the other two are either on tour or just filmed in Toronto, like doing trips for shows. But yeah, dude, that one there is like the first music video that I filmed in my hometown, and I'm actually happy with. That's like I've tried doing a couple of them and I end up just not putting them out because I'm like, it doesn't look the way I wanted it to. Doesn't like have that visual appeal I need, you know. But that one there, that about did it.
Yeah, I mean that's a great video, and I mean I love editing videos together too. Once I figured out how to do it and made my first one on my own, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
this isn't hard. It's just a bunch of show footage, but I mean,
Yeah, I spent my days doing just any kind of editing, any kind of video work that I could do, like from the age of 8 or 9 through to like 12, 13. Like my whole thing was editing videos. Around 11, I picked up guitar, and then that kind of that fucking took over pretty instantly. I
what
got the bug,
instruments
as
do
they
you
say.
play? What instruments do you know how to play or have you played?
I got a little bit of bass in me, like for the side A and side B. I did all the bass tracks for this upcoming EP, the one that's already out by the time that this is out. Excuse me. That one there is Odie that played the bass. He actually, yeah, he played the bass on all the songs. He played some of the songs on my bass, and he's got a 5-string, and you know, some of them just sound better. Like we got one song that starts off reggae called "Can't Take My PMA," and reggae just sounds great with a 5-string, you know. And that's another one of my big influences that I've had since I was a kid. Bro, what kid doesn't love reggae? That shit just boosts your fucking mood. But makes this shit makes you so goddamn happy.
It's just happy. I mean, it's great.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, like what are you doing?
You got to think, like, since a young age, I've been exposed to so much like random shit. I'm fucking young as hell listening to reggae, and they're sitting there like really singing about Rastafari shit that I didn't really understand what I was indoctrinating myself to as a child. But as I got older and kind of ended up on my own spiritual path, just doing like kind of my own research and doing my own shit, kind of concluded to the fact that they have the most similar kind of thought structure that I do, in the sense of like we all evolved together, therefore we have to be connected, right? There's no way that we're not all connected. And they're spiritual folk. Like they're aware that like plants are living things, and they were pretty hip to that early on when everyone else was like, oh, it's fucking hippie shit. So it's unfortunate that kind of culture is had really bad press in North America. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because really they're about spirituality. They're very spiritual people.
Yeah, they're very kind, happy, nice people.
Yeah. It's very strong political issues that tears that place apart and keeps it divided. But the people themselves, and this is the thing that you kind of notice when you travel, is you ignore the politics and you speak to the actual civilians, the everyday people that are interacting with each other. And they're all like, we're all pretty much on the same page on a lot of shit. Like we just want a roof over our head, food in our stomach, and some fucking clothes to wear so we don't flash the goddamn world every time we leave the fucking house. And you know what? If we got a bit of money in our pocket, even better. That's all we want as a people. You know what I mean? Just want to survive, get by, have some kids, have a nice little house, cool little backyard, set up trampoline for the kid. Watch him eat shit fucking 20 times a day because he's a silly little fucker. That's all you want, really. You want to kick it. You want to be able to just do you, fool. So, fuck. It's very unfortunate that they got such a fucking bad name in the press because of like a couple of people that were like, yeah, we should ship drugs to Canada and America because, we should ship some weed up there. It'll make a lot of money. Yeah, there's fucking people over here that ship shit to fucking Europe, probably. It happens everywhere. Everyone's shipping shit places. You can't fucking name an entire group of people drug dealers because a couple of them got caught a couple times and it was just a fucking problem. Yeah, Jamaican weed is good when it's grown right. Fuck you think they're gonna do with it? Let's ship this shit out. It's good weed and we want it because it's good fucking weed. So I don't see the beef there, other than like bad press, and then normal people read it and they're like, oh, they're fucking drug addicts. Like, nah, just smoke a lot of weed and kick it, hang out in nature. Good people, just going through a lot as a nation. You know what I mean? The more that you kind of research the country, the more you kind of realize how much shit that they're actually subjected to. Like, I think it's less than like 10% or some crazy, not like less than 1% of Jamaica's beaches is actually accessible to its citizens. And that's because people keep
terrible.
Yeah, they keep developing land and resorts and shit like that. And a lot of like rich people from America are buying property out there. So now the people that are probably supposed to be living in those houses can't live in them because these people with a lot of money are coming up, investing in it. And then now all the fucking home prices are inflated. You know what I mean? Like a small country like that gets affected very easily.
So terrible.
Yeah. You figure out all that shit that they're subjected to, and yet they're still nice people, beautiful fucking people. Are you serious, bro? You're going to paint them in a bad light? Come on. That's just acting like you've never left your hometown. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're like the kindest people ever, and everyone's like paint these people.
It's the media, yeah. Yeah.
And
they're really, they're really, like I said, spiritual, bro. Super kind, like you said as well. Just nice fucking, I don't know. So I was exposed to that shit at a young age. And like I said, eventually I circled back and I was like, yeah, this kind of lines up with where I'm at. I'm not going to sit here and be like, I'm a fucking Rasta and this and that. But it's like, no, I pay attention to it and I try to keep up with it and fucking, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Yeah. It's a higher power out there. I don't know what the fuck it is, but I know that the Rasta shit, I'm like, yeah, I agree with this. This is all right. This makes sense to me at least.
Yeah, it's good shit.
It's more spiritual, and that's what I like about it. Yeah, I mean, so like listening to that music since a kid, right? And listening to that music since a kid, bro. The themes are gonna fucking end up in my lyrics somehow. So a lot of those lyrics, I'm pretty sure that song has a couple of them that are kind of like alluding to, like unity's the mission when division is the goal. It's a perfect way to sum up almost Jamaica. You know what I mean? Like it's that their mission is unity, but division is the goal of the politicians. And that's what's happening up here now. And that's also happening in America. And it's probably been
It's
happening
happening
for fucking
everywhere.
centuries, dude. Yeah. So
The world's going to shit. It always has been, and it only gets worse.
well, I think it's always been in this chaotic state. We just didn't see it before all the media was able to put it out. Because you didn't get all the information in 10 seconds.
I
Like
mean,
you didn't
if
see
you
some
read
random
history,
guy.
well, I mean, even if you read history,
Yeah.
like the world's always been in this insane place
Mm-hmm.
in some way, shape, or form.
And then you really start like thinking about it, and it's like if I didn't have a cell phone and it was 1996 and the only news I got was local shit, I wouldn't be seeing this random guy from Florida on my phone get shot in front of his kids for a fucking argument about a laneway that him nor his neighbor owns, but the neighbor and his dad shot him in the fucking chest with a shotgun. If I didn't see that, I probably wouldn't think Florida's just a nutso fucking place. I'd be like, oh, it's probably really hot down there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
it's just
I'd be like, yeah, it's fucking, I want to go. They got palm trees, I think. It's close to Cuba. It's got to be nice. They got to have good food. You know what I mean? Like, bro, yeah. So we have this access to information, and I think it's just too much.
yeah, definitely. I mean, well, also having the access to information isn't bad because you know what's going on.
Right.
And
But
especially as a music artist, it's good to know if an area is safe or not.
that is good. But at the same time, it's also it has more negatives than positives. There's like if you're in the underground music scene, yeah, there's the positives because through this now you could find some random artist that has less than like 1,000 listeners, and you're like, who the fuck is this guy? I just found him somehow. You just popped up on my shit, and he makes really good music, but he's overtly unheard of. Like
Exactly.
no one's even called him shit. Like he's literally unheard of. So that's a positive. Like you said, finding out if an area is safe or not, that's a positive. But if you're not really using it as a tool the way that musicians do, and other artists and stand-ups and all these kind of weird pockets of life people,
It's
you're
not a
not
great thing.
yeah, no, because what are you using it for? A lot of people just use the shit to get their news and information. Which before it was, I go on Instagram, I post a picture, my friends like it, my friends post a picture. Holy shit, he's in a plane again. I like the plane, fucking like it. He's got a nice view going, like the picture. Oh shit, Martha Stewart is doing another cooking show. That's exciting. Like the picture. You know what I mean? Like it used to just be like, yeah, people you fucking like you like to follow, like little celebrities or whatever, and your friends. And now it's like fucking people follow news outlets. So you get an article because you can't put you can't put the full article in the post. So you get a headline instead. And now people are like, oh, well, the headlines, the post, is what they said happened. It's like, well, you're missing a lot of context. You don't really know what the fuck happened. And it's some dramatic picture that they decided to probably edit and dramatize even further.
Yeah, and I mean that's a lot of the things is like everything's so fucking dramatized these days. And especially online. They dramatize everything and the headline's always like, let's make it look like the worst possible thing.
Get the
And
most clicks out of it.
everyone runs for things like that because they see it. They don't read it.
Yeah, it's bad. We live in a very strange time.
We really do.
That's why I just mind my fucking business. I'm just like, I like making video games and I like printing shirts and doing music. I'll just do this. Fuck it.
Yeah, that's why I just do my thing, my podcast, my music, my job. Like, what else is there to do?
Yeah. Mind your damn business, dude. Best thing you can do and try to not look at the bullshit too much. It's hard to. It feels like the devil's on your shoulder constantly, like, just scroll for a while. See what you can find. Maybe someone got shot in the head at 7-Eleven 4 days ago. It's like, what the fuck? Why do I want to see that?
I wouldn't want to.
No, it's just as annoying as my fucking very not long microphone or headset wire. Shit's like rubbing around my face. It's just that it's annoying. It's not cool. Yeah. And then this AI shit is getting a little out of hand. I don't think anything I'm seeing is real anymore. And I think a lot of these pages aren't even real people.
Probably not.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been microdosing shrooms recently, and I think it's starting to show right now.
You seem a lot more aware of things.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. So like it's you could say like you sound fucking crazy right now. And it's like, yeah, well, the fucking world is crazy, and I'm talking about the world. So there's that argument, you know?
Exactly.
it's as yeah, no. No. So a lot of my lyrics, luckily, I'm kind of like acknowledging that. And I think the Oasis show kind of, like I said, it helped me see like what energy I'm putting out. And if I wouldn't have seen them, I think it would have just been like, fuck it, let's put cop killing lyrics over this shit. Let's fucking talk about death and Satan and anarchy. And now I'm just like, I don't really think I want to subject people to that anymore. So in a way, this may be like almost the last hurrah to very heavy shit for the foreseeable future. I'm still going to have fun with hip hop, and I'm still going to like, dick around with that when I have the chance and just kind of have fun with it. But I could see this kind of being the last like heavy kind of esque project. I've been wanting to move into like a kind of a new direction for a while, and I haven't really been able to square out how to do it till now. And now I have my resources together, and I know I got my chops basically to be able to do this shit. So I'm not going to say too much of what it is, but we're definitely moving into like a more, I guess, arena rock kind of pop sound, be able to appeal to a wider audience. You know what I mean? And not just be like, oh yeah, like my 10 fucking anarchist people like this. Yeah, some people like it, but not everybody. And I can't lie, like punk rock don't really pay the bills. And I think it'd be really cool if I get music to pay the fucking bills.
Exactly.
Just saying. $40 for Taco Bell is very much so appreciated. But, if we could kind of streamline this a little bit, I think it'd be optimal.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. I mean, I just want hip hop to pay the bills.
That's right.
In general, like I'm a music artist, not a hip hop artist, but I want to get something going. And
yeah, well, I think especially after seeing that Oasis gig where it's like 55,000 people, or it was something crazy. It was like a little bit more than the population of my town, and it was sold out and it was packed. So it was kind of a trip to see literally the population of the town I live in right now in an arena, all in one place. I was like, holy fuck.
I mean, that's
that's crazy. I've never seen this many people in the same place all at once. What the fuck?
So I mean, that's like more people than the town you grew up in, and they're all in a single spot.
Yeah. All of us chilling, smoking joints, hanging out. Everyone was hugging each other because we never thought that we would see Oasis come back in a million fucking years. We thought like, yeah, that's impossible. It's never going to happen. And it actually did. So saw the energy, and I was like, man, yeah, this music thing, definitely want to adjust who I'm appealing to and what energy is being put out. Because I don't want to have the situation of like, oh yeah, fucking modern day serial killer, whatever, was listening to this guy, and thanks to him, he was killing all the people, and now I'm in court over some dumb shit like Manson was over Columbine or whatever that situation was. And you know what I mean? It's just, or even like the dead Kennedys had to go to court over some bullshit. So
exactly.
I don't have lawyer money. And like I said, punk rock don't really pay the bills, and trap metal don't really pay the fucking bills. And I'll tell you what, though, you make a banging pop album, you might be all right. And by I don't even mean pop like I'm going like fucking, oh yeah, bro, I'm going fucking what's that dude that wrote that "See You Again" song? I think his name's Chester or something. I don't even know his fucking name. I don't even mean like that. I just mean like you think of like 90s like pop music, like you had Oasis, you had Blur, you had fucking Gwen Stefani with the little ska pop music she was doing. You know, you just had some really good bands and people that were really good musicians. and I'm not all that great, but I think I know how a fucking good song is written. So you know what I mean? That helps. But
Yeah, very much that helps.
yeah, I got the structuring, and I kind of understand like how to write catchy things. And it's, you know, the more you do it, the better you're gonna get.
Exactly.
So
You're already doing very well at all of that.
I try. Thanks, man. It's takes a couple years of writing nothing but shit, and that's the part that people don't see.
Yeah, I mean that's a big part. Everything is like, I mean, even if you go back, like I mean, had one really good song at first, just out of pure emotion. A lot of them were kind of shit, and now I'm like, you get there, you figure it out, and you move in with some real,
Yeah, early on you'll write your best shit heartbroken.
yeah,
Exactly. When you're on like a high emotional state, and the perfect time for that is high school, because you're just fucking going through it, or at least you think. You haven't seen adult life yet. So you think you're gonna fucking
I
die.
was practically going through adult life by the time I was halfway through high
Yeah,
school.
there's that can be a shitty experience for a lot of people that could really hold them back, and then a lot of people it sets them forward, and they're like kicking it by the time they're 25. Like they got their finances settled, they got a nice place, they got a good car, and it's like, yeah, I've been doing this since I was like 16, dude. The day I could drive, I already had an apartment before that. Like I know a lot of people that kind of went through the foster system and had their own place at like 15. I'm like, how the fuck do you do this? Foster care. Like, oh, well then.
Yeah,
I thought you were just fucking, you know what I mean, big money balling over here, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. I
like,
was like,
nope,
yeah, dude, no. Foster program. Kid's been through a lot of shit.
this is crazy.
Yeah, people got to go through the system, have it real bad. And that's
Definitely.
like, you know, you kind of doing this music shit long enough, you kind of realize that's who you're doing this for, almost. Because a lot of the times, dude, like when you think about what's like the deepest, darkest, most fucked up trench that you ever went through, and you're like, oh yeah, dude, like this band saved me, or like Suicide Boys saved me, or at least made it easier to go through because I wasn't alone in what the fuck I was feeling. You know what I mean? That's that, as a musician, no matter how small or big you are, I've kind of realized, like, dude, you need to understand what power you wield with what the fuck you got going on,
Exactly.
because you're helping people through what possibly could be like their darkest fucking days. And just because you're not a mainstream artist doesn't mean you're not helping people, because there's some people that really listen to you and you just don't even know they're fucking there.
Exactly. And that's like what a lot
So,
of the smaller artists seem to forget.
mm-hmm. Well, everyone's so caught up in numbers. Everyone's so trying to like catch on the next trend, or be the next trend, or start the next thing and make a million fucking, you know what I mean, followers. And it's like you kind of forget like
Okay.
how much, you know what I mean, like people you may not even know are listening to your shit. And it kind of gets crazy because eventually you get to a point, and I haven't gotten there yet, but I'm sure you have, or someone you know has, where you don't even know this motherfucker listens to you, and you've been a fan of this dude for a long time, whether it's an actor, a musician, or an athlete, or whatever. And you're like, holy shit, are you so and so that played for this team? And they're like, yeah, you're fucking this guy, right? And now you're tripping because this motherfucker knows who you are. Like, it's people that are listening that you don't even know are listening, and they might be like pretty far out there in life. You know what I mean? They might be some
For
pretty
me, it's like a
extraordinary
lot of
people.
local legends around here, like, know who I am. A lot of like local music legends around here know who I am. They're like, and it's crazy to me. It's like, I didn't know I was like that.
Right. No, I'm hyped to see what you're about to put out, man. I'm very excited.
So, are there any other music videos coming with this EP?
Nah, it's only 4 songs. So it's like, unless if I want to film a music video for all 4 songs, but then if I'm going to film a music video for all 4 songs, we may as well just redo Michael Jackson's Thriller.
Well, like,
And I don't have the budget.
Side B?
Mhm.
Anything for side B at all?
Oh, no. That's it's only a 4 track EP.
Two songs each.
No, the side A and side B thing, that's a old project. That's the one I was telling you about where I was
Oh,
trying to, yeah, it was on
fine.
Snapchat. I had all the songs up on Snapchat, and then after a year or two, it was not there anymore.
Sad.
Yeah, and that was the first EP that I like fully wrote, recorded, produced. Like I own the rights, everything, you know?
It was all yours, and they just
Yeah.
said no.
It's still on fucking Spotify. It's still on Instagram. It's still but it's not on Snapchat. And I put it up to be on Snapchat. So I don't know what the
They
fuck
might
happened.
have like subject blockers and things though that took it down after a
I
while.
wouldn't even talk. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe after a while, but at the same time, there's a lot of shit that I've been putting on Snapchat stories for more than 2 years.
Yeah, I don't understand either.
Yeah, fucking weirdos.
Definitely.
They must have been like, oh, this guitar riff sounds too close to this other band that he probably doesn't know existed. Take it the fuck off. It's like, you're a dick.
So outside of the music, I mean, what are your hobbies? What kind of things, does Lemmy do,
Well, as I mentioned earlier, there's a video game in the works. Super fucking dude, it's been under wraps. It's actually been about a year since I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna make a game. Like almost to the day. Cause it was while I was planning the tour, I was like, man, fuck it, I want to make a video game. I want to make a video game. You know what I mean? So kind of because Schedule One came out and fucking blew up last summer. And that's where the idea came from. As ridiculous and you know what I mean, maybe I forget the fucking word, but as delusional, that's the one. As delusional as it sounded, I was like, I mean, shit, this is one dude. He made a little drug dealing game and it blew up. Good for him. I'm stoked for him. He made like $150 million or something ridiculous. So when I seen that number, I started doing the math and I realized I was putting all my eggs in the music basket. And I've always been told not to put all my eggs in one basket. So I was like, all right, well, let's start expanding our bonds, as they say. You start the let's diversify the bonds. You know what I mean? I did a little bit of that. Downloaded Unity, figured out pretty much what the game was going to be, where it was going to be located. I had a homie that I was making it with, and then we were using GitHub to transfer it back and forth, and we were trying to co-op the games and make it easier. Because he's got some ideas, I got some ideas. Fuck it, let's work together. Like we both want to have this game, but yeah, through GitHub something fucked up, and I tried sending him another copy of my file, and it just wasn't going through. And then I tried 5 different things, and I spent 2-3 days. Like I just kept trying different shits. It was probably more than 5, and yeah, it wasn't going through. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just take it upon myself then. So it's not like we had any legal agreements or nothing written out, but I do feel shitty because I wanted my friend to be a part of it. But the universe said no, is basically how I took that as. I was like, all right, fuck it. I'll just make it myself. I still want it to happen. So yeah, I just outside of music, diversifying the bonds, bro. I print t-shirts. I'm working on this video game. And I mean, fuck it. I'll give you a little bit of juice on it. There's not many graffiti games that are open world, and there's no open world video games that are set in Toronto, Ontario. So you do with that information what you will.
All right.
That's all I'm gonna say right now. But it's very early stages. I'm just working up the level, the map, and you know what? Another little bit of juice. Maybe Toronto won't be the only map. Maybe I'll put out a couple updates in the future, and we'll start adding some different cities and shit. Just little, maybe not places I've been, but places that I'd want to go.
Make it into like an actual world or something.
Yeah, dude. Toronto is basically how Grand Theft Auto, their cities, they scale shit down. Yeah, basically I'm doing that. I can't say too much because I don't want to end up a fucking false advertiser like all these other motherfuckers that make video games, and that pisses me off. So I'm trying to keep it as vague as I can, but yeah, it's basically like a scaled down. If you were to play Grand Theft Auto San Andreas and you're like, oh, this is LA without all the bullshit that is unimportant when you think of LA, is like the main spots. Like, okay, do that with Toronto. You know what I mean? Like how would Rockstar kind of plan this map out? So it's gonna have that familiar feel, which I like. When I play Saints Row, they kind of, you know what I mean? They're like, what's the most important parts of the city? Because we only have so much disk space. So what, like how, like they do a very similar kind of approach, or at least the execution is similar, and I fucking love it. So kind of keeping that, keeping the graphics easy, bro. PS2, just trying to like take it to a more simple kind of thing, because everyone wants to do live service and everyone wants to do ridiculousness and get a quick buck. And if I get a quick buck, that's cool. But I'm really doing this because it's what I want to do, and it's the kind of game I want to play. You know what I mean? Like I've been wanting a game like this for years, and no one's making it. So I'll fucking do it.
It's your time to make it.
Huh?
I said, so it's your turn to make it.
Right. Evidently, because every couple years I look like open world game based in Toronto. Like I just want to cruise around this. I fucking love that city. A lot of people hate it. I think it's cool. It's the closest big city to me, and I played my first 2 shows on an actual stage down there. So that place is important to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Toronto is a very beautiful and cool city too. Like when you look at the buildings, the infrastructure of the city. I mean, if I'm right, it's kind of more of like a walking city than a lot of the cities up there.
Because the traffic is so fucking gnarly that you're actually quicker on a bicycle, a skateboard, or even just using your legs. So you just walk, take the subway. Like,
I mean, there's sidewalks everywhere in Toronto too, so it's like infrastructured for it.
Montreal's sick. There's a lot of roads down there they'll kind of block off, and it ends up being a pedestrian walkway over the summers.
I won't even lie. The only thing I know about Montreal is the Family Guy episode.
I don't even know that episode. What the fuck?
They went to a Montreal strip club was the joke.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I didn't go to the strip club in Montreal. I was just walking around the city pissing off French people because apparently I guess I looked a little too much like a skinhead. So like everyone wanted to spit on me, fight me, or fucking just be a dickhead. So I was like, I'm just gonna walk and piss people off because just my presence alone is very annoying to these people for some reason. I was like, fuck it. My whole mission for the next 7 days here is just to annoy as many people as I can. I just walked around aimlessly.
Mad at you for being white with short hair. Crazy.
Not even. I had a bald head and I got a spider web head tattoo across my whole shit, and I got Misfits and Op Ivy on both sides of my head. So I mean, I probably may or may not have looked a little skinheadish to people who are a little uneducated.
Yeah.
I had the Keith Flint double mohawks. I don't think that helped my case. But fucking wrong.
Companies here, just so you know.
Yeah, that maybe not, the best.
No,
but hey, it could have been worse.
I mean, at least I didn't get into any physical altercation. I'll take that as a win. You know what I mean? I'll take that. That's cool.
People not attacking you is definitely always a win.
No, but they were hurling verbal abuse the whole time, and by the end of it, I just learned how to tune it out so well. I didn't even know people were talking shit when they were talking shit. The people I was walking with, they're like, "Hey, what the fuck? Like, you don't like this kid for what reason? You don't even know him." Because after like 20 minutes of hanging out with me, where the fuck I was hanging out with there, like it was people from the hostel I was staying at. We just hang out, walk around, and go see the sights,
Yeah.
And it was like within 20 minutes, they're like, "Oh yeah, no, you're fun to hang out with. I don't get what the problem with the people are over here. Like you're all right. I'm having a good time. You're not a dickhead. You know what I mean? You're an all right kid." So after a while, it was just kind of annoying to them because they're walking with me. So it's like, fuck, dude. Like, is he just going to let people talk to him like this the whole time? And I'm sitting there so high. I don't even know who the fuck is saying what and what they're saying. I know I have a place I want to go look at, and I'm fucking trying to make my way. So I'm walking with a fucking purpose.
And that's just, I mean, yeah, but wow, that's disgusting behavior though.
Yeah. And McGill kids were the worst. As they commonly get referred to, they're the fucking worst. It's like the most pretentious mommy and daddy, money hungry, attention seeking, fucking bored bunch of little motherfuckers I've ever seen in my life.
Rich kids, huh?
They just don't like me, and I never had anything against them. But once you start treating me like shit for no reason, I start having a little bit less respect for you. So that's just me. Like I don't.
Like
We don't
now
have
that's
to
what they
like each other. Fuck it.
didn't want the beef. Now it's there, right?
Yeah. And half the time I don't even acknowledge it. I just misery loves company and I don't want to be miserable anymore. So I just try to not pay it any mind. I'm like, yeah, fuck it.
Exactly. I mean, you seem a lot happier than the last time we talked, for sure.
Goddamn mushrooms and sunshine, baby. That's how you do.
Doing good, right?
Little fucking microdosing. Yeah, dude. I'll show you the bag actually, because they're right here in my little mini fridge. See if you've ever seen these in America, bro. Oh, my bad. Just tap the mic.
Those like
These
those non-psilocybin ones, right?
No, these are the psilocybin ones. This is golden teachers or golden learners, whatever. Oh fuck. Alice, you ever seen
Legal
these?
in Canada, huh?
Not quite. I don't think.
You're supposed to say yes.
Nah, fuck them. It's decriminalized.
All right, there we go. Yeah, that ain't bad. Decriminalized.
As far
Good
as
news.
I'm aware, I'm not a legal expert, but a lot of people do them, and you can just order them online, so it can't be that bad.
No, I mean, states here use them for like therapies and things.
Well, that's what I'm doing, just independently and without a license. And I'm doing it for myself and nobody else. So don't even try to twist that in a court of law, you fucks.
Yeah, you dirty motherfuckers, don't you dare.
Yeah. God damn, an hour and 15 minutes already. This has been a time.
Yes, it has. I don't even think there's been many questions. There's been a lot of talk about your music, and I mean, your inspirations got covered.
Yeah.
So, are you like the only person in your family that's done music?
No, dude. This is apparently, from what my pops was saying a couple years ago, I think he said something like it was every generation in the family on his side of the family. It's been one person that can play guitar or whatever instrument, and it's like that one person per generation. Everyone else like that tries to learn just doesn't quite catch on to it. So perfect example is my cousin Ron. So he passed away in like 2015, I think it was, and he had a record out with his band Belly Up, which was a punk band back in mid to late 90s, or up here in Timmins. So I ended up getting the recordings and I put it out. But now, mind you, my dad had friends that played guitar and he tried getting them to teach him. And every time he tried to play an instrument, it went to shit. It it just didn't fucking click. Like it's just no rhythm, no fucking, like he just didn't know what the fuck. And then, yeah, I picked up guitar at like 11. So, I mean, I think my cousin Daniel tried playing drums and did music stuff very briefly, like I think just out of spite or competition with me, because that's what cousins do apparently. I don't know. And he doesn't play drums anymore, and he hasn't made music in years. I think he only had a couple like public releases, and it was to SoundCloud. Which I mean, shit, there was one of them that was real dope, honestly. Like, I'm not even trying to shit talk the dude. Like, yeah, one song that kind of sounded neat. I don't know if it was his song per se, because he has a history of posting other people's shit as his, but that's besides the point. And that song was all right. It wasn't bad, like it was actually pretty dope. So, I mean, he could have been like a SoundCloud rapper, honestly.
Damn.
He could have went for it. If he would have done more of what that one song was, whatever he did, if he could have kept that up, that'd have been all right. But
yeah,
dude. I didn't mean to cut you off.
I was saying, yeah, definitely. I mean, that's the whole thing is like when you find that one that like, people like, you gotta and you like it and you think you sound, you gotta bite your own sound, like,
Yeah. Yeah. No, and I think a lot of people don't realize that you kind of got to bite your own shit half the time, and that's how you get better. Is you kind of bite that song, You know what I mean? You're like, hey, what was the formula? How did I do that? You kind of like retrospect it, and then you realize like, oh, I could have did this better, and I could have done this, and I could have done this better. Like retrospect is always 2020 vision. So once you realize that, you're like, okay, bring this to the studio. Boom. Now you're fucking 100 songs deep or whatever, like a boy Boo Boo is over here, and you're fucking killing it. I don't know how many songs you've done over your life, but I have a pretty
20.
good feeling.
If we're not close to 20, if we're not counting ones I've produced.
I just mean like even shit that you don't put out. Like every artist, I'm convinced that like by the time you get some kind of number or you start getting some kind of shows, you've already written like at least close to 100 songs. Because there's so much shit that you have to get out.
Written?
Yeah.
Record. Oh. I've lost track.
Right. See what I'm saying? Easily over 100. So it's, yeah.
Oh, easily over 2.
Yeah. So once you kind of do that enough times and you, like you said, you get that one hit, you start biting it, you just kind of figure it out the more that you look back on that process. And it makes it 100 times easier to do that. And I see a lot of people don't. What they do is they get a really good song and then they're like, fucking lightning in a bottle. Let's keep trying to experiment. And it's like, no, stop. That's the sound. That's the fucking sound. Like I clung on to the trap metal for as long as I can. I was trying so hard to squeeze a little more juice out of it, but at the end of the day, it's only so much you could do with that kind of shit.
The trend is over, sadly.
Yeah, well, it's been over for years, so it's like, what the fuck do I look like trying to follow a dead trend when I could just do my own shit?
Yeah, I mean, you started making music around like 18, 19 years old, if I remember correctly. That would have been I was in 23.
I was started playing guitar at 11,
or at least releasing, I guess.
Releasing would have been about 17.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
See, my research is a little off. You're hard to get information on.
Yeah, well, I only have shit dating back to 2022. There's a lot of, like I said, there's a lot of shit now where I sabotage myself, and this is something that I recommend for all artists to not do, is I went on Spotify and all music platforms way earlier than I should have, because the access to it is just so open these days. It really doesn't take much at all. Like you just get like a free distributor and start putting shit out. It's so easy. So I was on Spotify and all that shit when I should have still been on SoundCloud developing as an artist. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's from like, okay, 2022 was 4 years ago, put me at 18. That's when I had wrote my first good song. You know what I mean? And the one that I started biting, like we were just talking about, that's the one I started biting the process. And that song was Bizarre Trip. So it goes back as far as Bizarre Trip. But if you go up, there's other songs that I'm like totally not as happy with as Bizarre Trip. And I'm totally like, that's fucking worse. And one of them, it's one of my reggae tunes. God damn it, I forget the name about it. Hold on. We can pull that up. Where's honestly, both the reggae songs that I had initially put out in, I think it was 2023. Looking back now, I'm like, yeah, that was filler that I simply didn't need to put out, but I was just so concerned with I need to put a single out every month when it's like I should be focusing on quality and my fucking musicianship. I don't know why that was a hard one to say.
Quality, not quantity, man.
Right. So Needles Deep in No Man's Land, looking back, I'm just totally not stoked on those songs for whatever reason. I just think I could have probably done the delivery of my vocals a ton better. I feel like just the whole kind of thing was kind of lazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was kind of nice to circle back and do a reggae song for this EP and kind of fucking make amends with my spirit because I felt shitty. I was like, those aren't as good as I thought they were when I first put them out. Fuck. That's not. Yeesh.
Yeah. I mean, that's how like I feel about a lot of the stuff I've put out too. And I mean, I've even taken things down permanently.
Yeah,
you'll never find. I mean,
I'm considering doing that for a couple of the old songs. I mean, they don't even really get listened to, so people know they're fucking garbage. I'm like, all right,
so
cool.
ball.
Like,
I mean,
no
I
one's
still
gonna miss this.
files,
This
but I'm
fucking
not gonna put
song.
it out ever again.
Yeah, this song here hasn't fucking gotten a play in 2 years. No one
But
gives a shit.
yeah,
Fuck it.
exactly.
We could free up some space on the hard drive. Not that it matters, but I can.
I mean, I don't know if I ever want to. I just got a hard drive for things I might never put out again, things I've never put out, and things
Oh
that are
yeah,
like
no, I got all my shit.
zero flash drives.
Yeah, I got all my recording sessions probably dating back to 2022. I got them in clouds or I got them somehow, but I could access those recording sessions if I want to, and I can make new live versions to perform if I ever want to go back and play old shit, which I'm not particularly fond of. I realized I'll put a song out and I'm like, all right, cool. I'll play it live a couple times like I did with this Ashes and Anarchy record. Dude, I have no interest in playing any of those songs live right now. If I were to get booked for a gig, I'd be like, fuck. I don't want to play those fucking songs again. I don't know. I just move on from my own music kind of quick, at least performing it. It feels too scripted after a while. It doesn't feel like natural. It's like, oh yeah, this is way too like organized at this point. Like it's not loose enough anymore. It's too like jagged in a way.
It's not really you anymore, huh?
Yeah, it's like I feel like I'm putting on an act. Like, and then you got to think after 6 or 7 months, it's like you're not really in the same mind frame that you were when you even wrote that fucking song. So depending on your process, by the time you put the album out, like 6 months after you wrote all these songs and you had to spend 6 months producing the fucking thing, are you even still like in the same mindset? Probably not. You're already thinking about new ideas. So it's really easy for musicians to move on from their shit really fucking fast, especially if they're not touring. Because what are you going to do? How many shows are you going to play this for? Well, you're not really getting more than 3 or 4 of them a year. So how are you going to keep your 3 or 4 shows a year interesting? Because otherwise, everyone in your hometown is going to be like, oh, there he goes playing the same shit again. So
yeah, exactly. I mean, that's all you ever get is people just playing the same shit over and over again.
Get the same covers all the time. Isn't that a bitch?
Exactly. But I do have some things to do. So, is there anything you want to tell everyone before we go?
Fucking YouTube, Instagram, Spotify, iTunes, Netflix, soon, not yet, eventually, one day, hopefully. Lemmy Alvah. Yeah. Yeah, maybe if we do good with stand up and put it enough time. I'm a part-timer with that. That's the shit I do on the side for a fucking quick laugh. You know what I mean? Just have a good time with it. But yeah, like look me up, Lemmy Alvah. I think I got the names right there. You can't copy and paste it, but I know you can memorize it, motherfuckers. So just memorize that. Yeah, pretty simple name and as catchy as a motherfucker. So I know you're gonna remember it. Yeah, follow me. Come tap in with your boys. Shit, peep the music. The new EP's already out, and keep your eyes out on an announcement for this graffiti game. Hopefully soon.
Yeah, hopefully real soon. And thank you for coming on. And everyone, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and go subscribe to Lemmy Alvah. Follow his pages and get ready for all his upcoming music in his career because it's only going to get better from here.
Yes, sir. Thanks for dealing with my shit for an hour and a half.